We are live. Hey everybody, we'll give everybody just a minute or two here to log in. I think we're coming up on the 8 o'clock hour right now. Just a few moments and we'll get started. Great to be with you guys tonight. We got 3 people on here right now. If you guys can, definitely share this broadcast with each and every one of your peeps. That would be amazing. If you can forward this out, that would be awesome. I'm gonna give you guys a nice little tour here. This is gonna be fun. We'll see how this night goes. We'll get started in just a few minutes here. Let me see what time we have got. Okay, we've got a couple of minutes till the hour. We'll wait just a couple of minutes past that and then we'll get started. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Before I get started, I want to make sure you guys can actually see and hear me good and the volume is good on your side. Let me know, give me that thumbs up if you can. Definitely hit that thumbs up down below if you haven't already. We got 11 people here right now. Nice, nice, nice. You guys can see me, very cool. Good evening to Kenneth Taylor, Sydney Forrester. How you doing there? Drew from Drew's Food Reviews. How you doing, my friend? Great to see ya. Ben Rose in here as well. We got people walking back and forth. You're probably gonna see that as this goes here. Just a few moments, we'll get started. The final Halloween broadcast before Halloween, actually this coming Wednesday. Just a few moments, we've got a bunch of people here already. Very cool. Nicely done. How you doing? How you doing? It's always awesome up in Sierra Madre, I gotta tell you. Good times, good times. Happy Friday night chat to you as well. Bus7332, great to see you as well. Good, you guys can hear me okay, you guys can see me okay. Do me a quick favor before we get started. Hit that like button down below. We've got 17 people in here right now. I know it's gonna go up in just a little bit. But let's get the trend going there and we'll get people seeing that, yeah, we've got something going on here right now. Did you guys see the thumbnail right before this right now? I had so much fun putting that together. Definitely a blast to do. And we'll talk about a few things as we go here. We've got a little review after the little quickie tour that I'm going to give you. Stephen Shields, yes, I did get a McRib actually earlier this week. I was surprised to see it. I actually tweeted that out today. I should say Instagram that out today. I put up some pictures that I took then. Sarah, Star Vlogs and Reviews. How you doing, Sarah? I got to catch up on your stuff. I know you just put out your black cherry, the scary black cherry. I got to take a look at what you thought of that one. Great to see you on here. Incidentally, before we get started, if you guys recognize any of the avatars, the names, if you see reviews in the title, if you see vlogs in the title, like, share, comment, and subscribe as always. And let's keep that community going there. Let's show our support. Good times, good times. Jency Molina, Kenneth Taylor. Am I a New York native or California native? New York native, originally from Queens way back in the day. Steve Brightman, how you doing? How you doing? Great to see you as well. DeadX is eating those cinnamon rolls. I take it that's from Pizza Hut. Good times doing that. Just putting the finishing touches on Sunday's review. I've actually been very, very busy these last couple of weeks, as you guys probably saw earlier this week, leading into obviously all the hysteria with the Nightmare King and the Philly Cheese King and thin crust pizzas from Little Caesars. We're gonna talk all about that stuff as we go. I'm sure you guys may be asking me some stuff about it. We got 32 people in the house right now, 7 thumbs up currently. We're gonna get started with the official intro and break down what we're gonna be doing here in about a minute. A minute to go here. We'll give people just a couple of minutes there. For those of you who don't know, what I'm gonna do when I'm on location here too, I'm actually going to be, if there's some place that I'm gonna be giving you a look at or a tour or something like that, I'll definitely do that as we get into it. But for those late stragglers that come in, I'll definitely be making the rounds again towards the end to wrap it up like we did with the Michael Myers house last week, which was a blast to do. If you guys haven't seen that, hit the link down below, if not in the unlisted playlist. Actually, that was released as an official review actually there. So take a look on the channel, you'll find it. It was definitely a blast to do. And I'll make sure to link that up down below to the last stream. So I am up here in northern Sierra Madre right now at one of the places that I usually hang out with quite often, further on down the street from here. It's actually a very busy area. There's a lot going on there right now, and I'll definitely tell you about some other trivia, some little history about the area as well. So you guys will have a lot to talk about in the chat here as well. Gonzalo Gonzalez, are you going to try the Witch's Brew? I may. To be honest with you, I'm not really a huge fan of Starbucks drinks, even though I've done a couple in the past, you know, like the Unicorn Frappuccino, I believe it was. I'm not too crazy about the new stuff. I've seen what that Witch's Brew is. I know there's a whole bunch of reviews coming out. So I'm kind of on the fence. We'll have to see. If I can get it, maybe. If not, it's okay. I've got plenty of other stuff in the hopper right now that I'm trying to finish. That's really been kind of like my problem lately, is trying to know which to release and which to do and not to put too much together. And Oh, the life of a content creator. Let me just tell you, it's crazy. So, Stephen Brightman's in Rancho Cucamonga right now. Very cool. Nice, nice, nice. Had some family that lived out there. Plans for Halloween. I'm definitely going to be hitting up a bunch of parties that night, actually, from my understanding. The wifey has got something that she'd like to go check out on the other side of town. But there's a couple of things going on. Once I find out more, I'll be able to share it with you. And chances are we'll probably talk about it probably after the fact next week. We'll have to see. So 41 people watching here right now. We got 12 thumbs up. If you guys want to hit that, smash that like button if you haven't done it already, that would be amazing. And I guess we'll just get started right now. It is officially 8:03 in the house right now in northern Sierra Madre in Southern California. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ian Kiner, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out reviews here on YouTube, more commonly known as Ian K. I like to call myself to keep it short. I create what I like to call high-quality foodie features here on the channel. You guys may have seen a bunch of my content around the internet. If you guys are happening upon this channel for the very first time and you happen to like what you see, definitely consider subscribing. I've got brand new content every single week, like I always say on my channel, and you'll find a lot of the really AAA reviews of a lot of the new stuff coming out, as well as some local stuff as well, which I'm building on. But definitely consider subscribing. There's a lot of great stuff. You can hit the subscribe button. I believe it's going to be over here if you guys are watching this. I think I'm pointing to the right way in there as well. Should you guys feel so inclined to donate to the channel, of course you can do that in Super Chat, but if you guys want to circumvent Super Chat completely and not give YouTube 30% of what you decide to donate, which I would greatly appreciate if you do, you can hit the PayPal link down below and that will be 100% right to me right there, so that would definitely go into the channel, and again, your support is greatly appreciated. So again, you've got the Super Chat option right here, the little $sign in the chat, as well as the PayPal link down below. So with that said, guys, we've got a bunch of people in the chat here right now. I'm just going to highlight just a few that I've kind of seen already there. Steve Breutman, DeadX, Jency Molina, Drew's Food Reviews, MC Eagle, Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews. We've got Roger, is it Flakon? I hope I've said that correctly. Upstate New York in the house. Very cool, man. Originally from New York back in the day. Let's see, Larry Nguyen, nice to see you again. Not a fan of blue cheese, so definitely passed on that one, but I have done the All-American ribeye, which I actually posted, I believe, in the community chat or community thread here on my channel. You guys can always find certain things there as well. Always check that out, and you may see that pop up in your feed from time to time. Drew, Bring the Holy Water and the Wooden Stake and Silver Bullets. The wrong movie, my friend, but I get what you're going for right there. All right, so let's see here. Going down the line. Drew's Food Reviews, have I gotten my costume yet? I always have it every year. I've got the Michael Myers mask, the Hollywood version of that. Not the new one, the 2018, but the older one. And of course, I've got my garage overalls. Unique Johnson just ate the Nightmare Burger with the black cherry icy with a little green. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Very cool. Just keep in mind, what your body doesn't understand when you ingest it, it will just expel it. So yeah, from what I hear, there's a lot of interesting things going on in that regards. Sarah Star, yes, I saw that 666 subs in time for Halloween. That's crazy. That is just crazy right there. So, guys, you guys already saw the thumbnail. One of my all-time favorite movies besides Halloween is the classic movie from John Carpenter, the horror master himself, the classic Fog, or The Fog as it was called. And for those of you who don't know, it really is the story of revenge, if more than anything else, but it also is a very creepy ghost story. And I'll give you a few little tidbits and trivia about it as we go here, because there's a lot that they actually changed during the filming of that movie because of things that were happening during the time, because of other movies that were getting a lot more popular and gore and things, and they changed a few things to kind of accommodate what they thought audiences would want to see. But what it started out as is a very creepy ghost story, and those are always probably some of the best types of horror, the psychological horror and the supernatural horror, and things of that nature, things that we don't understand within our realm. Just the idea of maybe, say, me looking at you right now, there may be the distance between us where a lot of other things are going on invisibly that we can't even see, which is kind of crazy. So before I freak myself out any further with that, let's just say one of the locations that is made famous here in Southern California where they do a lot of filming is here in Pasadena. John Carpenter filmed many of his horror movies back in the day locally, which I'm really fortunate to be living in the area, so I can kind of come around and show you these things and also just be here and kind of witness the nostalgia of what the horror scene was back then. So we're here in northern Sierra Madre right now. Here, I believe it's the gonna say it's the Apostle of the Ascension. I'm gonna give you an idea of what the name of the church is over here. It always escapes me because it's a kind of a long title. But it's in Northern California, and it was featured prominently in the movie The Fog, and it has a huge significance. And just so you know, if you see me looking around, I'm actually alone here right now on the street, guys. Aside from people walking around, I'm just a little weirded out because it's very quiet. It's not cold. And I'm here by myself with a ring light on. So this is a little creepy. So give me a thumbs up if you guys like what you're seeing so far, if you can appreciate what I'm doing right now, because I think my safety is okay. I mean, I'm technically covered by the holiness behind me here right now, so we'll have to see. Which incidentally, that's what's behind me right now, the official church from The Fog. So with that said, I thought I would get you started with the very, very beginning opening monologue of what the movie actually kind of set the tone for. And the thing that's creepy about this story is because it's one of my all-time favorite monologues from John Houseman, the great John Houseman. He was the basically the guy in the very beginning of the movie. If you guys haven't seen the original Fog, I'm just going to kind of set it up for you here and then kind of give you a little toast or a taste of what to kind of expect. Should you wish to watch it after the stream, which I highly recommend you do, you'll have a better context to understand why this church is important and why it's kind of a central part of what happens in the movie. Incidentally, the picture that I put up on the thumbnail is one of the scenes that took place inside there where they filmed, you know, basically the returning crew of the Elizabeth Dane coming for something, which was really creepy as hell. So it really was pretty awesome to do. But the opening monologue opens up in the very beginning of The Fog with basically John Houseman, the great John Houseman. He's been in so many things from way back in the day. Orson Welles, I believe he worked with, and just a few other, a huge illustrious career. Incidentally, he actually died 30 years ago this Halloween. So actually, when I found that info, I was like tripping out. October 31st, 1988, he passed away in Malibu, California. So if you guys ever do an IMDb search or something like that, you can find out the detail on John Houseman. But he had such a distinct voice. And he really set the tone for the movie. It was super creepy. I'm not going to try and emulate that, but I'm going to give you a taste of what the story begins with here, because this is the opening monologue. If you can imagine a group of kids sitting at the base of a beach. There's a big campfire at the beach, and they're on San Antonio Bay, which is basically the fictional town where this takes place. And he's reading, or basically he's been telling them stories, and it's coming up on about 5 minutes to the witching hour before April 21st, which is the 100th anniversary of San Antonio Bay. And it's significant because of what I'm going to read you right now. So without further ado, if you can imagine myself as John Houseman sitting there with the kids, campfire's going, the kids are kind of freaked out. It's cold, it's kind of misty, and they're kind of watching, and they're like, you know, wondering what is he going to say next. This is what he decides to open up with here. Almost midnight, enough time for one more story before, just to keep us warm. In 5 minutes, it'll be the 21st of April. 100 years ago, on the 21st of April, out in the waters around Spivey Point, a small clipper ship drew toward land. Suddenly, out of the night, the fog rolled in. For a moment, they could see nothing, not a foot ahead of them. And then, they saw a light. My God, it was a fire burning on the shore, strong enough to penetrate the swirling mist. They steered a course toward the light, but it was a campfire, like this one. The ship crashed against the rocks, the hull sheared in two, the mast snapped like a twig, and the wreckage sank with all the men aboard. At the bottom of the sea lay the Elizabeth Dane with her crew, their lungs filled with salt water, their eyes open, staring into the darkness. And above, as suddenly as it had come, the fog lifted, receded back across the ocean, and never came again. But it is told by the fishermen and their fathers and grandfathers that when the fog returns to Antonio Bay, the men at the bottom of the sea, out in the water by Spivey Point, will rise up and search for the campfire that led them to their dark, icy death. And then there's a chime of midnight, 12 o'clock, the 21st of April. So that's how the movie begins. And then it goes into the title, gives you a look of the water and basically the creepiness, and just you can hear like foghorns and things off in the distance and things like that. And from there, it just kind of kicks in and you're kind of introduced to a whole bunch of characters. But I got to tell you, That always freaked me out. That beginning monologue from John Houseman was always one of the scary things because of the voice and the way that he did it, and really kind of set the tone. So basically, let me just break it down for you. It's a revenge ghost story where the fog returns to Antonio Bay here on the 100th anniversary of Antonio Bay, and the crew basically comes looking for those responsible and comes looking for something. And I don't want to ruin any more of it there because it's going to kind of take away, but just know that the church behind me is one of the places ultimately that they have to come because it has something that they're looking for, and it has someone that they're looking for, and there's more to it than that. So I got to say, definitely good timing actually, Robert, on that. By the way, Shout Factory Blu-ray just came out, unsponsored. I'm just telling you right now, unsponsored. But we're going to give you a look at what the church is here. Now keep in mind, most of the movie was shot mostly in Northern California in Marin County. I believe the lighthouse is up the coast. Just a lot of the scenic looks of what it was there, and then naturally some of the outside exteriors and things like that too, including some of the interiors, which we can't get into because obviously it's closed. But there's actually some other stuff that was shot on a soundstage. The actual scenes that were done inside the chapel, off to the side, where Father Malone's chambers were actually on soundstage. I believe Rayleigh Studios, which is about 25 minutes west of here, southwest of here in LA, closer to Melrose Avenue. Were shot there, as well as the campfire scene in the very beginning of the movie was shot on Rayleigh Studios. What you're going to see, it looks like they're going to be outside somewhere. That was actually shot on a soundstage. All those kids and John Houseman was there. So pretty cool with that there. So the church itself, Father Malone, basically is here, not at the moment, but this was his place. So I'm going to give you a look on exactly, trying to explain maybe some of the scenes. If you guys are familiar with The Fog, if you guys have seen The Fog, comment here in the chat right now. How many of you have seen it or have seen it recently? Let me know if you guys have actually seen the movie at all there. It's actually a classic. Probably doesn't get as much hype as obviously Halloween, John Carpenter's classic Halloween. But it definitely is worthy of the stature of being probably one of the all-time greatest ghost stories at the time. And he actually wanted to do just that, make a classic ghost story. And it turned out to be one of the most awesome ghost stories made, which was kind of crazy. He was knocking it out of the park like ridiculously, which, by the way, guys, I did see the new Halloween twice already. It's a fantastic film. There's one little aspect of it I didn't really care for as much because they didn't really explain too much with something. I kind of get where they were going. But we'll talk about that next week. For those of you who haven't seen it just yet, it came out this past Friday, naturally, and it's just a fantastic film. So, with that said, let me lighten up, or actually undo my light here, because we're going to switch. Okay, Mr. Jimmy, how you doing? Mi familia right there. I've not seen The Fog, but I'm sure I'll watch bits and pieces of the kids because it ends cool. Very cool. By the way, if you guys come across a movie called The Fog from like 2005, I believe the guy from... I can't think of his name offhand there, but he was on, what was it? Smallville. I think he was in, yeah, he was the guy from Smallville, actually. Avoid that one. That was garbage, okay? The remake from The Fog was garbage. The real deal is the one from, I believe, 1980, and that's the one that it is there. So, with that said, I've got my car locked up over here. Everything is looking good, and of course, we're going to go for a little stroll. Yes, Tom Welland. You are right, Robert. Correct, correct, correct. All right, so I'm going to keep this kind of focused on me, and then as we get closer, I will switch it over there. Travis, how you doing? Great to see you on there. Great to see you. We're going for a quick walk. This is up the street. We're here in Sierra Madre, taking a fast look at the classic church, Father Malone's church from The Fog. Had a lot of fun doing this with you guys during the Michael Myers stream last Wednesday, and trying to make sure I can see where I'm going here. You don't realize how bright this thing is here right now. A stroll in the creepy night air. Yes, Sarah, it is actually, it is. Creepiness, creepiness, creepiness. Okay, I'm going to switch into first-person view for you guys. I'm going to swing this around, and let me tighten this up. There we go. Un momento. Great to see you guys, and let's flip it around. Okay, guys, here we go. Okay, so we're at the corner of East Laurel and Baldwin, and there is the church, and you'll recognize a portion of it there. It's the Episcopal, what does that say? Can't get a little closer over here. just so you guys can kind of take a look there. I don't want to walk on the grass too much. Episcopal Church of the Ascension, founded in 1885. So if you can imagine, the very front of this here was actually a dirt road back in the day, and that's where the car drives up towards the end. But a lot of the exteriors are filmed on the other side. I want to give you a quick shot of this one here, and I just got freaked out right now, and I'm going to show you why. Check this out. Just as I'm walking by, look what's off to the side here. Okay, that doesn't look too threatening, but from the back, it was. A little shot of the ring. It kind of felt like the ring, but kind of crazy. So this is just a side view, which you don't really see too much of in the film, but what you're going to recognize, for those of you who have seen it, is coming up. They have actually the school and everything right here as well. Let me come around and give you another quickie shot. Okay. It has kind of that beautiful Gothic type of architecture, just the beautiful stuff here. Now, a lot of the main things from the film, at least some of the scenes that really stick out for me, at least, are going to be this area here because of the windows. And if you guys remember the film with hands busting through the windows, these are the windows here as well. So it's beautiful architecture, as you can see. But when you're inside, naturally, the stained glass that comes through, you'll recognize from the film. See if I can focus that just a little bit for you. That's really nice. John Carpenter and his team back in the day were really always working on shoestring budgets. So basically anything local that they can get their hands on, they did. And they did an amazing job because it was authentic and the feel was really, really creepy. Sometimes less is more, and when you just go for the way things are and you add to it instead of making it try to be scary, it's definitely better. Let's see, Rise. I recently started rereading Frankenstein and Heart. Cool, very cool. No, I saw that there's something on Fathom Events with Benedict Cumberbatch, actually, which is actually doing a Frankenstein stage show, play, I should say. All right, so this used to be a dirt road up over here. When you guys, wow, that's really creepy in the background with that scarecrow, whatever that thing is right there. I don't like that. Look at this. Creepy, creepy. Oh, I don't know. Stephen Shields, Whitfield says you've got the magic touch when it comes to getting and reviewing the newest food. I'm not doing anything different, I gotta tell you. I just do a lot of networking, and I meet a lot of nice people. I have a lot of fun doing this stuff, but I appreciate the compliment. Definitely appreciate it. But this is the church from the fog. Do an IMDb search or do any type of search online, and this is the location here. John Carpenter actually has a small role in the film. He plays, I guess, one of the workers here. His name is Bennett, and he has a small little role in the beginning. Father Malone asks him to come in at 6 o'clock. Bennett, aka John Carpenter, asks him if he can get paid today. So then Father Malone says, why don't you come in at 4 o'clock? And then when he asks to go and get paid, he says, why don't you just come in at 6? So obviously things are not going as well as they should, but small little bit part there. But very, very cool. Drew, I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the kind words. So I wanted to save this one for last from the places there, and I think maybe next year we may even try and go to the Freddy Krueger house, which is Nancy's house in West Hollywood. I'll try and do that for next year. It just wasn't an option to do. It's always crazy over there because people know there are people that live in that house. for real. And I've actually done a review, which you guys can do a search for pumpkin donuts, Entenmann pumpkin donuts from back in the day, where I actually am in front of that house. I was actually there with Ken Domick from KBD Productions TV on one of his vlogs when he came out to visit, and I actually took him there, and it was a blast to do. So if you guys want to see some of those classic videos, I'll put some of that stuff down in the description there. So we'll make sure we add that in. If you guys want to see what this church looks like during the day, there's actually a review that I did way back in the day on pumpkin spice Milano cookies. When I was doing like a lot of market stuff, I was kind of reviewing just anything and everything at the time. I actually did a review here because right down south of where we are, it was actually done there, and I kind of walked up this way and I showed the church here at the very end of the review. So it was really, really great for that. So good times with that. Let me give you a little quickie as we come back around, and we're going to get into the food review. And I want to show you how freaky this thing, it looks like with its back to us, is. It's really, really cool, even though it's got like a happy face. Kind of creepy at the same time. So give you another quick tour and we'll head back. And there's something that I've been wanting to review that I've had for a couple of weeks now. I'll walk it back. But yeah, it's nice. I definitely agree. Definitely agree.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
That's incredible.
Lots
what is it that you have?
Lots of fun. I'm actually doing a live stream right now. We're on YouTube. We're bring it back this way.
You're on YouTube
yeah,
right now?
as we speak. Yeah, we have about 39 people watching.
Oh my
and God. This is it. What's your name?
Dave.
Dave, how you doing? My name is Ian.
Glad to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Welcome
Good to meet you.
to Sierra Madre. This is the quaintest, cutest little village in all of Los Angeles
That's an
County.
understatement. It's beautiful here always. Great night for a walk too.
Thank you.
Great to meet you.
What will I find you on Cheeseburger?
If you do a search for Peep This Out, you'll see a little guy with a magnifying glass. That's me.
Pieces out.
Let me give you a card. I'll give you a card real quick. Peep This Out, it's called. There you go.
Thank you.
Sure. Good to meet you again. All right. Very cool. So you never know how these streams are going to go and what's going to happen sometimes. That's really, really cool. And yes, I do have business cards on me pretty much at all times. You never know who you're going to meet. Like I said, it's all about networking and connecting and making those connections, which is really, really cool. Cool stuff. All right. So we're going to head back. We're going to do a review of, like I said, something that I'm very curious to check out right now. And it was really cool to meet Dave there right now. Very, very cool. And good times. That was good times. All right, let me tighten up this light. Unique Johnson is thinking about going to a haunted house. Very cool. 'Tis the season for it. You already know what it is. All right. So we're going to make another pass at the church here in just a second. Let me just get set up really quick. There we go. I think that's good enough. And it's not too cold here right now, by the way, actually, which is kind of cool too. All right. Uno momento. All right, we are up. Got some stuff here. All right. Forgot to show you guys when I went to Halloween Horror Nights. Take a look at this. This is the shirt from Halloween Horror Nights. I'll step back here so you guys can see. Take a look. Stranger Things, Michael Myers, Poltergeist, little Sam Boy from Trick or Treat in there as well. So good times. Elizabeth, no worries if you're late. Of course, this is going to be on replay in the community tab here on the channel tomorrow. And yes, I did like season 3, the Halloween 3, which they probably shouldn't have called it that back in the day. Stephen Shields. Classic movie though. Classic movie, another classic horror movie. Okay. So, how much time do we have here right now? Because we'll make another pass here. So cool, we're only about the halfway point. Nice. All right, for any of you guys coming in late, do not worry. We are going to be heading into another little quickie round at the church in just a second or two, or as soon as we finish the review and answer some questions and all that fun stuff. But guys, I actually saw something. This was a couple of weeks ago, and I actually passed on doing this when I was actually at the Michael Myers house last Wednesday, because I wanted to kind of keep the theme, obviously, with, you know, Halloween down over there and a pumpkin pie, just something kind of basic there. But this I actually saw at Big Lots, which I was really surprised. I was actually running some errands with my sister, and I was getting a couple of things, and she wanted to stop in at Big Lots and get some stuff. And I had no idea how crazy the selection is there when it comes to like snacks and foods and just all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, the prices actually obviously are super cheap. So what I'm going to show you says that it's $4.29 on the bag, but I actually got it for $2. And when I saw what it was, I'm like, how could I not, you know, check this out? So I've never heard of this brand, but obviously I've got a little bit of high hopes for what it is, because if you guys remember the Angry Burger review that I did on one of the last streams, I guess a few weeks back, I guess a couple of months back when we were actually in the park that night, this is something, it could be very similar, but take a look at this. Grilled cheeseburger flavored potato chips. Elizabeth, yes, the Michael Myers house was a blast to do. I had so much fun doing that. But grilled cheeseburger flavored chips, guys, and take a look at Loaded Burger right over there. I have never heard of, you know, this. Obviously I've seen, you know, burger flavored chips, I think we all have, but the Wise brand I have never heard of, the classic American snack. Are you guys familiar with Wise? Is this like anything like in the Midwest, or, you know, where is this brand? Because I have never seen this in any other store, and the fact that it shows up at Big Lots, I always think it's going to be like a closeout or something. So I'll have to see. Roland with the super chats, thank you so much. I appreciate the donation to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to keep YouTube from taking 30%, hit that PayPal link down below, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But let me know if you guys ever heard of this brand. I've never heard of it. Wise, the classic American snack. It's a food truck favorite, apparently. I guess everything is these days. But take a look at this. The bag just looks really, really cool. And honestly, I like the fact that it's really in your face, to be honest with you there. It's really kind of letting you know. And honestly, I think it's better than some of the Lay's bags, believe it or not. Just look at that. It's making you feel like you want a double cheeseburger, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. Kind of cool. You see Wise, okay, Unique Johnson sees it in Texas. Okay, cool. It must be something, I would think maybe a southern thing or somewhere in the Midwest. I have never seen these here in Southern Cali, and when I think of Big Lots, they usually get the closeout things. I figure they're kind of shipped from places and yet they wind up there. But guys, this bag was $2. My sister's like, you know what, you should review that on stream. You should do this actually on stream. And I'm like, you know, that's a good idea actually. Let me do that. So we'll have to see. Travis says he's gonna be bomb sexy. I hope so. I really hope so. We're gonna see right now. So let's just get into it. Let's not waste any time. I've already done my thumbnail beforehand, so I don't have to do those faces with you guys. I'm gonna let you guys take a look first. Obviously, it is the usual. Robert, mid-90s is a funny, crazy movie. I want to see that. Jonah Hill's directorial effort there. But take a look. Looks like regular chips. East Coast grip eating Wise potato chips in Brooklyn. Cool. Jeanette, thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see all the familiar peeps, everyone who's commenting. I've got a lot of comments to answer. Everything has exploded this past week with the Nightmare King and all that stuff there. And we'll talk all about there in just a bit. But to everybody, thank you so much. I'm making every effort to answer literally all of them. And I'm putting the finishing touches on the review for Sunday. Probably first thing in the morning, because I have other things that I have to do as well. So I'm trying to get it all in, to get it all done for you. You'll have this stream tomorrow at 12 o'clock by that time, maybe earlier. And then obviously on Sunday will be the new review. But very curious to see. Let's see. I can't really place the smell on this. My brain is telling me like mustard. I always feel like mustard is what they kind of go for, and I'm thinking maybe a little bit of cheese. I don't know. Crazy. They definitely look pretty good. I mean, all of them in there look pretty decent. Some of these are folded, almost kettle-like a little bit there. But let's just give this a shot and see. I appreciate you guys logging in here right now. For those of you who may have missed the church tour, we're going to come back and give you another look in just a second. Grilled cheeseburger flavored potato chips from Wise. Here we go. Mmm. Mmm. Hold on a sec. Oh yeah. The mustard is real. Mustard, saltiness, light cheese, what I'm getting. Maybe a little bit of smoke. There's a lot going on here, but it's mostly mustard. This is pretty good, man. For $2, I am glad I picked this up. It's actually not bad considering most of the contents of the bag is full of air, as you can see. Pretty much takes up 3/4 of this here right now. I don't know, but it's decent. For the price, I'll take it. Hold on. It's like mustardy, a little bit of cheesiness and smoke. There's a lot going on with this with each one. This is fantastic. If something like this, let me see if I can try and focus that just a little bit for you. If something like this could have come out from Lay's, this would have been something to really kind of go up against. This is pretty awesome. Wow. I picked up this bag at Big Lots in La Cañada. It's right off of Honolulu, that area, I guess, down over there, Montrose area. Wow, guys. This is the bomb right now. If my boy Freddy from Freddy's Food Reviews was on here right now, this is the bomb, my brothers. This is the bomb right now. Wow, these are really good. This has nothing to do with the fact that I'm hungry right now. And I'm going to be getting some food with the wifey right from here. But loaded burger, for sure. That's awesome. I love the emblem on there. Look at that. That is really good. I'm going to have to go back and maybe get a couple of more bags of these. At $2 a pop, you can't beat this, guys. Quantity on this one, let's see if I can give you an idea. 8.5 ounces. That's not bad at all. Food truck favorites. Take a look at that. Looks like I got some people here. I guess these are the owners of Loaded Burger, the food truck. It's pretty awesome. Vanita and Michael from Atlanta, Georgia, at the Loaded Burger is the thing right on there. Let me see if I can focus this just a little bit for you. So you can see, I know that's kind of reversed on my end, but when I play it back, it'll be right side. But at the Loaded Burger, I guess that's the food truck. But man, food truck series is pretty good. A little bit of everything in there. You already know what it is. Ed Keaton, can't believe how much they put in the bag. I agree. I agree. Hence scam, says 123. Which Halloween 2 do you like best now that there are 3 of them in the franchise? You know, I'll always love the original number 2. And there are shades of that all over this movie, especially in the beginning with certain things. But this new version, I have to admit, was pretty ruthless and pretty vicious at the same time. It really was pretty good. I'm going to do a couple more, and we'll do the rating. Do a little Q&A, and then we'll head back on over to Father Malone, see if he's home, which I doubt it, but we'll take a look either way. But man, I'm pretty impressed with that, guys. Robert, my brothers, you already know. Freddy's Food Reviews, he's such a good dude. It's like loaded marketing package. Yes, yes, yes. Unique is trying to find an Oreo McDonald's cheeseburger. Drew's Food Reviews, 9 out of 10. Wow, let me think about that for a second, Drew. Hang on. I wouldn't say 9. I mean, it's a potato chip. I still think the Loaded Burger or the Angry Burger had just a little bit more flavor that kind of stuck just a little bit more. So these are solid. I'm probably going to go, we'll keep it kind of close to the 9. We're going to go 8.5 on this one because the quality of the chip is good. $2 definitely helps, even at $4.29. I don't know anybody who pays regular price for a bag of chips. Whenever you go to the stores, they're always on sale. They're always putting the highest price on here. But this is really strong, guys. If you happen to see this brand, and especially the Food Truck Favorite series here with the grilled cheeseburger on the front, I would highly recommend you give this a shot. Even if this was regular price, maybe a little less, or on sale for like, you know, 2 for $5 or, you know, $3, you know, $2.99, whatever it is, it's worth it. These are really, really tasty chips. Not overly greasy, not overly salty, even though you're getting a little bit of the salt naturally. But the flavor of the cheese and that mustard type of combo that they're doing here is nice. I was getting a little bit more pickle, I believe, from the Angry Burger from the last time. There's a little bit more differentiation. Now, granted, they don't really show that here. It's really more of the ketchup and cheese and just the burger and the bun. So they're kind of pointing in that direction, as you can see. But it was good. It was definitely good. Definitely good. So about an 8.5 on this one. And I would most definitely search out the loaded burger, the promo for them here. Not bad for what this is. And definitely a very cool looking logo. I guess they're in the Atlanta, Georgia area for you peeps that are out that way. Very, very cool. And yes, the church is behind me. Kenneth Taylor, you already know. This is the spot here for sure. Wow, that was really, really tasty. And these actually are not going to last the week, I can tell you that. So very, very good on that one. All right, let me clean my fingers here. We will put these away for now. Hot Lana, Elizabeth, you already know what it is. Hot Lana. All right, let me open up my car real fast. Hang on, hang on. One-man show, guys, with everything that I do. All for you guys. You know I love you, though. Okay, put this away. I got to admit, it really is kind of freaky to be here, even though there's a lot of nice people walking around here. It's a little uncomfortable still. All right. So, there we go. Making some progress here. Need to get over to Savannah. You know, I would love to do a food tour and get out and do all kinds of stuff. Believe me, that is the plan. I've got some things I'd love to do in 2019. So we'll have to see. Lots going on. Roland, waiting for the movie The Possession of Hannah Grace. Yes, I saw the preview for that, as well as one called The Prodigy, I believe is another one, which was pretty crazy. Very, very cool. Let's see here. Mr. Jimmy, it's 0.2 over the guess. Well, you were close. You were close. That's awesome. But very, very cool. Like I said, I have never seen this brand before, so I'm definitely going to be searching it out to see what other flavors they have, that type as well. Robert saw it in Dolby Cinema. Yes, that's how I saw it opening night on Thursday last week. And then I took the moms to watch it this past Tuesday. And we watched it in regular digital, which was still just as good. The screen was massive and it was awesome. Drew, 6.66 out of 10, not just because it's Halloween. You already know what it is. You were close, Jimmy, you were close. So guys, anything interesting come out this week? I mean, it has been crazy. It has been crazy this week in terms of just crazy hype and just overall just delivering on a really fun holiday promo. All eyes are on BK clearly, I think, between now and Halloween because of the Nightmare King, which is actually out in effect right now fully. They started kind of promoting it slightly on the 22nd. I know it was supposed to be out everywhere, and then it kind of just trickled mostly out from that point. And now it should be pretty much, you know, in all the locations that have it. So, Kenneth, yes, I did enjoy the BK goodness. Larry Nguyen, do I hate you? Of course not. Of course not. Absolutely not. So yes, the Nightmare King. And Drew, yes, I saw your review. I just saw your review, Drew, on that, and you had a hell of a time trying to find that as well. I saw back actually about an hour ago, one of the comments that popped up on the top of my phone was from Sarah Star Reviews talking about how she just barely got it as well. So there's a lot of things that are going on there with that right now, and I think they'll be trickling out, you know, between now and I believe like the first week of November, something like that. As well, but I really appreciate my local BK. Obviously, the people that are over there just are fantastic. I've known them for a long time, and they just did it nicely. I didn't ask for anything except the way that it comes. I always ask for non-preferential treatment whenever these things are made. Just make it. I don't say make it look at the best you can. They deliver top quality product for when they do what they do there. I mean, I've eaten there when I don't review once in a while, and I go, it looks the same. So, which is fantastic. Which, speaking of which, if you guys haven't seen the Sourdough Philly Cheese King review yet, that was filmed shortly after that for the Nightmare. That was another banger of a burger. I mean, the Kings literally are just meat and cheese like orgasms. I'm just gonna say it flat out. I mean, they're just insane. Every time they come out with a burger, doesn't matter what the theme is, it doesn't matter what else it has on it, the fact that you've got a half pound of beef and like 2 slices of melted cheese, you're already in the stratosphere in terms of flavor as far as I'm concerned. When you add a cheese sauce, which has just a light amount of saltiness to it there, which just adds to the overall, and you add caramelized onions, forget it, okay? Forget it. All the marketing that's just coming out right now from the Philly King is showcasing people from Philadelphia getting all gangster on camera, talking about how, please get out of here with that. You know, what are you talking about? There's only one Philly cheesesteak, and it was really great to see for that as well. So yeah, just good stuff, guys, good stuff. And that's in addition to Little Caesars coming out with their thin crust pizza, which they did a while back, like a long time ago, but this is the first official where they're really pushing heavy for this version of it there as well. It's a little less calories compared to their regular pizza because it's like a cracker, and if you guys haven't seen my review, you'll find it on my channel right now. That was kind of a quickie review to put together. I just wanted to kind of check that out. I saw that in the app last weekend. A lot of stuff here, I don't know if it's just lately on the West Coast, when I look at things either in the apps or you know, I just call or I ask, they're there. So that's one of the reasons I was managed to knock out a bunch of content quickly and just kind of get it done, because I have other things that I'm doing outside of my channel, which is making it just crazy for me to try and get sleep. So definitely lots to look at, guys. If you haven't seen a lot of the new reviews for a lot of the new stuff out there, you'll find all the AAA content. Here on Peep This Out Reviews, I definitely like to showcase what I can, and I have a blast creating and making a product that I think you guys are going to enjoy watching and learn something from at the same time. For those of you who don't know, the natural coloring from the actual Nightmare King, the bun itself, is not just food dye. I'm sure there's a little bit of that in there, but it's actually the natural coloring from watermelons. I've been watching a few reviews occasionally, and I don't see anyone mentioning that just yet. I figured a lot of people maybe will probably have seen, or they kind of know it. But for those of you who don't know, it's not just food dye. I'm sure there's a little bit of that in there too. But it's the natural rind from watermelons, which actually give it that color, which is kind of cool. So cool for that at the same time as well. So, you know, shout outs to BK for trying to go just au naturel, so to speak, this time out. The bun itself didn't really have any different type of taste to me. It doesn't taste any different than a standard bun. I wasn't getting really anything, and I wasn't trying to overreach to feel like it was something else there. It just seemed like it was just a little different, but taste-wise, you won't notice a thing. So, gotta say, it was really a good burger. Stoop Kid, can you do a fan meetup? I'd love to kind of consider something like that. You know what? I think what I may do over the weekend or early into this week is I may put up a poll and ask you guys what you'd like for something like that. If those of you who really want to do that, that would be cool to do. We can do something there. But let me figure something out, and that would be something to ask all of you guys. Ed Keaton is watching The Shining on DVD. Nice, that's a classic. I've definitely seen it. And yes, the sequel, Dr. Sleep, is going to be coming. I can't wait to see that as well, where little Danny is all grown up. Okay, was it wit or without onions? Wit. Whiz or whiz wit, whatever you want to call it. It's all good. Yes, Sarah, the Haunting of Hill House. I am coming up on episode 5, and I am freaked out by that. I got to tell you, that series is fan-freaking-tastic. I absolutely love it. It's the perfect Halloween ghost story series out right now. And I haven't read the book or anything like that as well, but it is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's see here. No In-N-Out tonight, Larry. I have a feeling I'm going for some chili fries after this. Got an urge for some crispy chili fries. Let's see. Kenneth is class of 2020, Hampton High School. Nice. Nice. Couple of years to go. Yes, you already know, Robert. Watermelon Ryan. That's all right. Okay, Sarah Star. Good. Sarah, good. I like to hear that because, like I said, now, I'm very big on research. I want to make sure. I know a lot of people just want to get the review out and they want to just, you know, have fun with it. And I have nothing against the creative vision for peeps who do it that way. I just know that for me personally, I want to make sure I research it and know a little bit about it to maybe share something that may be of value for people that may be interested to check it out. So, of course, all the fun stuff of, okay, it's going to turn you boo-boo green and whatever it is, you know, if that's the case, then more power to you. That's fine. But I definitely wanted to see if there was something different about this one. That needs to be out there. I think it's important for me personally, and that's one of the reasons I mentioned it a couple of times in my review, which you guys are definitely just lighting up ridiculously. I've been trying to keep up with a lot of the comments on that one there. It's really kind of all over the place, and I thank you to everyone who has watched it and maybe rewatched it or tweeted it out or sent it out to all their peeps. I greatly appreciate it. It's coming up on, I think, 31 or 32,000 views right now. I've been knee deep in project stuff all the way up until the stream right now, so I haven't even seen anything except occasional things that pop up on my phone. But I gotta tell you, pretty awesome. Kenneth, next food review on Wendy's. Try the new Sauce and Bacon Classic. I have no desire to try that. I was not a fan of the Sauce and Sauce when I tried it with the chicken tenders. And honestly, there's nothing new about that that makes me want to go. I gotta go check that out. There's just too much else out there to go see, to be honest, Kenneth. So I'm probably gonna pass on that one. Let's see. Am I gonna review a double-decker taco? From where? Where? Sarah, I'd be down with a meetup in Texas, definitely. I would love to go meet you guys over there and do something down that way and have some killer barbecue. I hear Texas has killer barbecue, right? I mean, I remember in Galveston when we were there for CraveCon, it was fantastic. So, for show, for show. Kenneth Taylor, true or false? Ian Kiner doesn't eat mayonnaise or tomatoes. I would have to say mostly and definitely mostly. in the order that you saw right there. Goody Two Shoes is in effect. Thanks so much for jumping on, Jane. Great to see all my peeps on here right now, and I'm kind of stalling just a little bit because we're coming up on 10 minutes till, and I want to give you guys another quickie tour of the church here in Sierra Madre for the fog. Outlaws Generation, what it do, my friend? Great to see you on here. Thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see, Roger, did you the Nightmare King give you nightmares? No, not at all, not at all. So great to see you guys on here right now. What do you say we go for another tour of the church and give you guys who have come in kind of late here an idea of what the fog was all about back in the day. Let's see, Elizabeth, would love to see a collab with you and the Whitfields. Nick only has praise for you. I'd love to do something as well. That would be great to do. I mean, maybe like a shout out video. Whenever you live in different states, it's never like, you know, the term collaboration, I always think, okay, are we gonna be like together, like in the same room, in the same car, the same area? Or is it the team up where it's pretty much like the shout out where go over to this video, check out that one, or go over to that one. But yeah, I would love to figure something out, definitely. It's all about scheduling and that type of thing. I always say that because of how crazy everybody's life is. But I have nothing but mad respect for Nick and Jen over there. They're really cool peeps. Looking forward to all the Halloween goodies they've got coming on. I think their last stream, I want to say Nick was dressed as like a pirate, I think it was, something like that as well. So pretty cool stuff. All right, Outlaws got a collab with Joey on Monday. Nice, 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 nice. Halloween in effect. Very cool. Travis, hey, Pyro Design, great to see you on here, man. Thanks so much. Need to come and hang with you one day. I would love to, man. We got to definitely catch up. It's been too long from everything in the past for sure. So, man, it is just a party here in the chat right now, guys. And again, thanks to everyone. We got 32 peeps watching right now. We've got 30 thumbs up. If you haven't smashed that thumbs up down below, definitely do so. And again, thank you to Roland for the $2 super chat for the channel. I greatly appreciate that as well. Again, should you guys wish to donate, hit the PayPal link. It'll go directly to me instead of 30% to YouTube. So let me swing you around here as well. Again, and I'm gonna get you focused. And just because I wanna be able to see where I'm walking, because I'm blind when I'm walking this way, okay, with the light in my face. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna tighten this up. We're gonna go for another tour of the church. And let's swing this around. And I'll show you guys, actually, give you a tour of my car. This is where I do all of my reviews. Take a look. Elizabeth, I appreciate that. It's a 2005 blue Honda with a Batman hanging from my rear view. And a bunch of my other stuff that's in here too there. All my good stuff. All right, let's go for a walk. It is great to be on here with you guys. I have so much fun doing the stuff I do on my channel. I appreciate you guys for spending time with me tonight, right before Halloween. For anyone watching in the area right now, let's see if we can focus that. There we go. Right here in North Baldwin. And I'm gonna say it's East Laurel, it is. And here it is. So we'll do this again. The Episcopal Church of the Ascension, featured prominently in the fog. And I'm going to give you the same route that we went before because I want you to see how freaked out I was when I came up to the side here. And they actually have a scarecrow or something for the holiday that's set up clearly. But if you can imagine, this area here was a dirt road. This is where the car races up And towards the end, and they all get out as the fog is rolling in, and they run inside right up over here. So we'll start from this side here. Yeah, no Hal Holbrook, played by the famous Hal Holbrook. But as I was coming up here, I turned, and look what's hanging out right here. I freaked myself out real quick. I was like, okay, I guess it did its job. And I'll show you what the front of it looks like here real quick. This is just the side area of it. Should put on a fog filter. Let's see what we shall do. That's a good idea. Let's see. Let's see. Dream. No. Silver screen. Haunt. Which one do you guys like? Silver screen, haunt. I think I like the silver screen. That looks kind of cool, actually. Black and white. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh, craziness. Take care, Kenneth. Thanks so much for jumping on. But I like the silver screen effect. What do you guys think? Silver screen? Yeah, the silver screen effect looks kind of cool here. I got to admit. I think we'll keep it this way. You can always check the regular version on the replay to see what that is. Thanks so much for jumping on, Jane. All right. So this dirt road here originally is now paved. And obviously running up over here to get inside. And give you a pullback shot here as well. It's got that gothic look to it, which is really cool. Trying to make it spooky. If I do silver screen, if I do haunt, here's haunt. Ooh, we are here. That's always creepy. And because I had chips, you can actually see things on my teeth. We are not going to go there right now. We are not going to go there right now. All right, so let me switch back, actually. All right. Pumpkin. Yeah, that's kind of cool. All right. All right. So, what's familiar is going to be here, because on the inside, the hands that break through the stained glass windows are the same design. So that's where you're going to see from here if you watch the film, which I highly recommend. And then this area inside. And when Blake and his crew return to the church, they are actually on the inside, right in this main area here. All the action goes down. So, and again, hand stuff breaking through, and you know, all the really creepy stuff. It's just really very well done from John Carpenter from back in the day. But definitely digging the pumpkin filter. You guys like the pumpkin filter? That's kind of cool. I had no idea that was actually on here right now, but I like that. Really, really cool. So the church from the fog, guys. Definitely classic movie location. And right south actually, I should say, from here is where they shot some scenes from Halloween 2 in the main area, the court area, as well as the original 1954, I believe it's 1954, Invasion of the Body Snatchers from way back in the day, the black and white version, which is really, really cool. So, yeah, this is definitely a very cool location. Not sure about anything like haunted-wise. You know, you don't want to assume the church is like haunted, but this is the scene. They all jump up here towards the end. Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee Curtis, Tom Atkins. Really cool. Pyro, I've never been to the Poltergeist house. That's in Santa Clarita, I believe. I would love to go check that out. It's funny you mentioned that. I was just talking to my wife about some filming locations, and I'm already thinking about next year. So, yeah, I always wanted to do the local stuff here because my channel is so much bigger now, and I wanted to give my audience a look at these updated versions of stuff that I've done before. So we'll have to consider that. I would love to go check that out. They actually recreated it very nicely for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios. It was awesome. That is still creepy as hell right there. I don't like that at all. Let's see. Took a video and never posted it. You should. You should. I'd love to see it. All right. So, let me give you one final shot here. Appreciate you guys jumping on. I wanted to give you guys a look at this here. I'm trying to manage the chat as I'm doing this here, but this is the spot, guys. Very legendary for what it is. It's actually a nice shot right there. Really, really cool spot here. It's not cold at all, and I wish you guys can see the foothills here. Let me give you a quick panning shot of everything around here. It's really a nice area. And then further on down the street here, probably see up where all the lights are down over here. That's the main courtyard area where there's a lot of bars and a lot of the main thoroughfare, I guess I should say. And that's actually a lot of the scenes that they shot, actually Halloween 2, where Michael Myers is on the loose in the beginning of that movie. He's walking through a crowded area and walks around the corner. That's actually where he did that, right down over here, actually. So cool. Robert, thank you. I appreciate you logging in. I have so much fun doing the trivia when it comes to these. And obviously with Halloween being my absolute favorite time of the year, I always get depressed every time November 1st rolls around. Okay, what would you do if you see Michael Myers? I am Michael Myers every Halloween. So what I do, if I were to see Michael Myers, I'd probably freak out, to be honest with you. All right, so let me jump back. All right, good times, guys, good times. Definitely a fun stream tonight. I hope you guys found it informative, hopefully entertaining, and at least I'm giving you guys a look at something you probably didn't expect to see on a Friday night, but it is right before Halloween, and if I have the opportunity to, I definitely want to showcase some of the things that are in the area. I really love the fact that a lot of places are literally just a little short drive from here to show you guys. So we'll have to see if we can do more of that, if you guys like seeing that type of thing, because it's always so much fun to do. It's always so much fun to do. And again, with the chips, highly recommend those chips. Definitely tasty stuff there as well. Elizabeth, you're very welcome. Thank you so much. Jane, thank you. Great to see all of you guys on here, and for those of you who have stuck with me from the very beginning, for those of you just finding my channel right now, again, like I mentioned in the beginning, if you consider subscribing, you have a lot of great content to look forward to every single week. I make it my mission to really deliver the goods multiple times every week. You never know when it may be these days because I have a lot of stuff in the hopper. Next review, I'm kind of pushing out to Sunday because of this stream tonight, because honestly, I want to be able to sleep a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been burning the midnight oil with a lot going on in my world right now. So I definitely want to make sure I have that content out there for you. You've got a lot to look forward to. It is just a blast to do. Science Man 22. Let me show you around a bit. Let's review. You just copied my description from down below. Very cool, my friend. I appreciate that. Yes, Kenneth, I do definitely dig the pumpkin filters on here as well. I wish I could have found that earlier. That's actually kind of cool. November 1st is International Self-Portrait Day. I had no idea. Sarah, I'm glad you liked the stream tonight. I know that Halloween is your favorite time of the year as well. Such a blast, always. It really, literally, it's year-round for me, to be honest with you. If I can decorate my place 24/7 and have my wife allow it, I would. I have like pretty much a huge skull in the floor of our living room, believe it or not, which I know that she doesn't care for, but I love it and love the detail. Maybe I'll show you what that's like another time as well. David P, thank you so much. And I think I saw a comment up above. I want to say it was from Robert. I think it was. I need a co-host. That'd be kind of fun to do. I gotta be honest, if I had a co-host, I'd probably would be easier to do some things and maybe showcase just a little bit more. But doing everything one-handed with everything I've got going here, I guess I'm doing okay. You guys let me know by hitting that thumbs up. Definitely, I appreciate it, because it makes the world of a difference to me. Let's see, Larry Nguyen, have a good one. Thanks so much for jumping on as well. Kenneth Taylor, yes, this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Absolutely, absolutely. Donate to your cause, for sure. A Pyro Design, the premier 3D printer, the only premier 3D printer that I know in existence that does amazing work. You guys make sure to head on over to his channel and subscribe as well. If you guys are seeing, like I said earlier, anyone with like design, I'm gonna say design now because that's actually the first, design, reviews, vlogs, food, you know, anything that looks like it could be a channel that you want to jump in and check out there. Like, share, comment, and subscribe for sure. Tiffany, thanks so much for jumping in. No worry if you're late. You're going to be able to see the stream tomorrow before 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We made 2 passes at Father Malone's church here in northern Sierra Madre, right off of Baldwin Avenue, and Laurel, East Laurel, right over here too. So good times indeed. So guys, I appreciate you greatly. We're coming up on a couple of minutes left of the stream right now. Let's see, Elizabeth, would Sunday streams be less stressful? I kind of like the Friday night thing, to be honest with you, because I love celebrating and the high and the rush that I get from doing this on a Friday night with the wifey, and then have some good fun grub at the same time. So I look forward to these Friday streams because they really kind of break me away from everything else that I've got going on right now. So I think I'm going to keep it like that for now, Elizabeth, for sure. But do me a favor, when you jump on over to see Whitfield, tell him I said what's up. Homie hugs from over here on the West Coast. It's all good. Let's see here. Sarah Star, you have a nice one as well. And guys, thank you for everyone who has jumped on here tonight. We're back to normal next week. Whoa, we're back. Sorry about that. Something happened there. Sorry. I swept to the right and all of a sudden one of my videos started playing. That was crazy. Everybody can see me, right? Can you see me right now before I sign off? I want to make sure you guys are all here. Give me the thumbs up right here in the chat if you can see me. Everybody see me? Hopefully. Are we good? Hopefully we're good. Let me know. Give me the thumbs up. I'll continue on as soon as I see thumbs up here. Good. Whew. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. It's crazy. I know YouTube, the app, updated recently, and when you swipe left and right, you got to be careful now with some things. So glad everything is back on there. So, all right. With that, I'm going to officially close it out, guys. Hopefully that was almost a premature ending, but I think you guys got the point. Thank you so much for jumping on. The next full review will be coming this coming Sunday. I'm putting the finishing touches on it tomorrow. And again, you'll find this stream available in the community tab here on the channel, as well as in the live stream replay playlist. And of course, I'll link that to the newly created Halloween themed playlist as well. If you guys all just want Halloween content, you'll be able to find in the description down below some of the things we talked about tonight, if you guys want to relive some of this stuff as well. But guys, thank you again for jumping on from the bottom of my heart. I had a blast doing this on a very quiet night in front of a kind of a creepy church, but it's a nice place. It's a nice place. And hey, we met Dave earlier. That was awesome. So Dave, if you're watching this right now on the replay, thanks so much for jumping on and for being a great sport, and for the impromptu little quickie interview there in the beginning. That was a blast to do there. So with that, consider yourself homie hugged eternally from everybody here on the chat. I got to tell you, thank you again. Thank you. Like I always say in my comment replies, I will always say thanks for watching, and I greatly appreciate you guys doing that tonight. So with that, this is Ian K closing out the live stream officially here on October 26th, here in front of Father Malone's church, featured prominently in John Carpenter's horror classic, The Fog, in northern Sierra Madre. Like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel, so why you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. All right, guys, shout outs to you once again. I'm going to close this one out, and it is time to get some grub. Whatever you guys do this weekend, do it safely. A very happy Halloween to each and every one of you. And again, to everybody on the stream here, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all of the other reviewers, all the other channels that you've seen here tonight, because they make YouTube the amazing place that it is. So with that, I will see you guys next week, and take a look at the replay tomorrow with the full review coming next on Sunday on something I think that's going to be pretty big for you guys to see. That's all I'm going to say. All right, guys, stay up. I will definitely talk to you soon. See ya.